What's going on, everybody? Doc from Average Gamer Guys back at again. More Halo Wars 2 action today. And as from the title of the video, you guys can already tell I'm going to be super excited about this. We have the May update. A few of the additional details have finally come out. Sketch updated today. Halo Waypoint. They put all the patch notes and everything like that up. And they're actually really good about updating that. So I'll link all that stuff down below as I always do. But Sketch posted today the Halo Wars 2, the May DLC release coming out next week. No firm date on it yet, as they found when they did with Colony and the issues that they had. As always, they're kind of keeping that close hold to the chest until it's completely done through all of the testing process and everything like that. But they did say looking like next week. So keep your hopes low, assume Friday, and then if we get surprised, which I'm hoping we will, where it will be earlier in the week. We do know it is going to be a UNSC DLC leader. There is, again, talks, a lot of talks about additional DLC leader coming in, so potentially 2 for this one. But really, that's all we know. There's going to be a variety of fixes and improvements, which I'll get to here in just a second. That's really what the bulk of the rest of this video will be. I do think it's interesting. Every Thursday they do a Halo community update, again on Halo Waypoint, which is actually a really interesting read. It talks about Halo Wars 2, talks about Halo 5, just the Halo community in general. So it's kind of a neat article they do every Thursday. Ironically enough, we didn't get one this Thursday. I know sometimes they skip a Thursday or they miss a Thursday, but usually they're pretty consistent with it. So I'm kind of curious to see if maybe they're kind of holding back until they have maybe a more firm date for actual Halo Wars 2 for the DLC, and then or if they're trying to put some kind of PR spin or something on it, just to give full details for what's coming out. Really no, still speculation on the leader, besides the fact that we know it's going to be UNSC, at least one of them. Nothing specific has been said about campaign missions or anything like that, but that's something they've continued to promise and said that they would be bringing quickly. So hopefully this update will have a lot of that stuff rolled in. And obviously a new leader is always exciting, and it coming out next week is great. But we'll kind of just continue to update you guys, and as always, if I hear any new information or get a chance to read anything, as soon as I do, we'll put a video out and we will talk about it. The rest of the video, I do want to talk. They have a bunch of patch notes that are coming up for the next release, for the next DLC. A bunch of stability features, some gameplay stuff, as well as just some accessibility and a few auto tweaks. I'm not going to run over all of them. I will put the patch notes down below in the description so you guys can check it out. But just a few things just to highlight really quick. So a bunch of, not a bunch, but quite a few stability fixes with some game loading issues, certain things happening after, the game crashing after signing in, playing against AI firefight, skirmish mode, things are getting fixed, a desync for ranked 2v2 games, and then some things with Last Stand where it would kind of load from an old screen. So they're taking care of some of that stuff. So as always, it is nice to see constant fixes. Gameplay is probably going to be the biggest thing, and there is quite a few here. They have added, and this is the first thing, and I'm super excited about this, they've added an allied view indicator to the minimap, which I'm super happy about. This is something that a lot of people have been asking for a long time, so it's nice that this finally got put in here. As we talked about previously, when we got kind of the first inklings of the May update news, there is going to be 2 new themes for Proving Ground. So we're looking at not necessarily a new Blitz map, but at least 2 new Blitz skins. So a little bit visual differences, which is okay. I think, again, I've talked earlier, I think it's a step in the right direction, but I do think they need to take it farther. Restoration drones is now getting more expensive in its 3rd tier. Don't know why that wasn't ever the case, but it is what it is. They've adjusted some stuff to the Foundry. They're adding better combat salvage visual effects, I guess, to help you identify which units are being built back at your base, which is actually pretty good. They're also removing an exploit with combat salvage. Not really sure what that was. They're reworking a targeting exploit that could occur with using extraction. Pelicans and darts should no longer leave floating lights above your base, which is nice. Just a visual glitch there. Ghost of the Machine is no longer going to be able to disable Colony's combat repair, so that's kind of nice. I didn't realize that that was happening, but again, those kinds of effects never meant to happen, so it's nice that they're patching that. Spartans no longer strip upgrades from vehicles they hijack, which I think is interesting. So obviously for the multiplayer side of it, I didn't realize that when they did that, they were taking some of the abilities away, which obviously isn't good. That definitely needs to be fixed, so it's nice that they're taking care of that. They had some issues where some tech upgrades were not applying completely to some units, so obviously that does need to get fixed. They're fixing an issue with units, moving units not properly attacking garrison units, so that's kind of interesting. There was talks about units being teleported off the map. They're going to actually be fixing that, and then Spartans will no longer increase the level of units they hijack, which I think is kind of interesting. I think if your Spartan is a higher level, it kind of makes sense that the Spartan would bring its level with it, but as far as balancing, maybe that does make sense. There's some accessibility things that they're doing, nothing real huge there, and then a couple just audio updates just to kind of round things out. So some patch updates. I do expect we'll see some balance updates additionally come with this, but typically we'll see just probably some minor changes with that until we get the new leader, and then obviously once the new leader hits and they get some data, people start playing with it, then we'll probably see a mid-season update that's a little bit bigger as far as balance changes for that. So again, super excited. Early next week we should be seeing the new DLC leader. I said early. Sometime next week we should be seeing the new DLC leader, as well as these stability and gameplay and essentially patch fixes for this. And then hopefully, like I said, we'll hear something pretty quickly if they're sticking to that next week time frame about what the leader is. Usually they kind of fill us in on what the blitz cards are going to be, the new unit, all that kind of stuff. So keep tuned to the channel. As always, as soon as we get any info, we will share it with you guys, do a quick video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I've been Doc with Average Gamer Guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. If you're new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, join the Xbox Average Gamer Guys Club, do all that great stuff, and we will see you in the next one.